live guest on a podcast called J is for Justice.
I think there's just hope that she returns no matter what. Oh my God, that's Megan's house. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And then...
Wait a second, you guys. We have breaking news. All of a sudden in the chat, there was breaking news that there was a raid going on in Houston, Texas. It may be connected to a high-profile case.
That's her best friend. She would not be there.
Hey, everybody. Happy Saturday night. Welcome to a late episode of J is for Justice. I have Carl Danger and Melissa B with me. Let me unmute them so they can speak. Hey, guys.
Hey, Jay.
What's up, Carl?
Hey,
What's up, Carl?
hey, how's it going?
Not
Long
bad.
time no speak.
Yeah, right? It's been a
Shall
minute.
be nice in chat. She's like, there, all you whiners.
What's going on?
Shell just said in chat, there, all you whiners, happy she's live.
Oh,
So
no, I didn't
angry.
forget. Everybody thought I forgot. I don't forget. If I don't come on, I usually will let everybody know that I'm not coming. So I'm trying to pull up chat. Hang on one sec. But Melissa, in the meantime, we we saw this triple homicide happened last night at 10 p.m., around 10 p.m. in Polk County, Florida. And Melissa B has the scoop.
I have the article.
You have the article, the scoop. That is the scoop tonight. 'Cause that's all we have.
Yeah, that's all there is so far.
All right, go ahead.
Well, do you want to put up the missing persons first?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hang on. I'm trying to find chat. So I got a little. Yes, I do have one thing that we need to go over before we start into this. We have someone in chat, Annie Powers. Her family member is missing, and I wanted to share this before we jumped into this case. So let me pull up a picture. And then we will also, I have the link to the group that she made. But here we go. And I'll read this post. But like I said, this is one of my moderators. Is this her niece? Her
Yes.
This is her niece that's missing. And this is in Ohio. So the person who made the post said, my stepdaughter is missing. Please share this. Leah Honeywell Pinky, I hope I'm saying that right, and her friend Paris Wilson have been missing since July 16th, which was yesterday. Please contact me or call 304-639-6471 with any information. They were last seen at JFK Apartments in Steubenville, Ohio. It's a Steubenville/Shadyside. Leah Honeywell Hinkie, 16 years old, 5'2" tall. She was last seen being dropped off at the JFK Apartments in Steubenville, Ohio on Friday, July 17th. And this is her in the yellow, and I believe that would be her friend in the blue. So if you have any information, or if you know anybody that lives in this area, and you could share this out, the phone number to call is 304-639-6471. And we'll put the link to the Facebook group in the chat as well. And we hope that she is found safely and quickly. Scary. All right, so let's move into our triple homicide that happened last night. And they have not caught the perpetrators yet, have they, Melissa?
No, they have not. Not that I'm aware of.
All right, so what happened in Polk County last night?
I'm trying to find the article.
These guys from what I read tonight, have been friends for a long time. Like they've been buddies for a long time. I know there's kind of an age difference between them. I think one's 23, one's 27, and one's 30.
Yes.
I think.
Mhm.
The picture on the screen, the 30-year-old is in the middle, and I don't remember. I don't have their name. I got to get their name out.
They said that one guy, the first guy, drove by himself, and the other two were in a different truck.
Yeah.
Showed up after.
You're right. Brandon, I think, is the one with the hat on.
Brandon Rollins, yes.
In the picture, he drove by himself, and he arrived first, and he was killed. And I believe that's how it went down. And then the other two arrived, and then they were
No,
killed.
Brandon was the one. He was the one that was still alive and told his dad something.
Yeah, he called his dad. So we need to just, and I'll play the press conference too from the Polk County Sheriff. He gave some information, and he did say like normally they wouldn't even have released these guys' names, but they got permission from the families because they want to find whoever did this quickly.
Yes.
So he said typically we would not release these names, but
yeah, all three were still alive when the dad got there.
All three?
And they were talking, and that's what it said.
Oh.
And then he was talking to his son, and then he ran off and.
Do you just want me to read that?
Back to
Yeah.
Just the article.
Polk County Sheriff's Office homicide detectives are investigating a triple homicide in the unincorporated area of Frostproof. The victims are Damian Tillman, 23 years old, Kevin Springfield, 30, and Brandon Rollins, 27. Their information is being released with permission of their families. They are all three from Frostproof. Information is as follows. Around 10:06 p.m. on Friday, July 17, 2020, Brandon Rollins called his dad and said help. His dad knew Brandon had gone fishing with his two friends, Kevin and Damian. Brandon's dad drove to Lake Streety Road. When he arrived, he found his son Brandon barely alive and his two friends deceased. Brandon was able to say a few things to his dad, which we are not releasing at this time. Brandon's dad left his phone so fast he forgot his cell phone. He drove to the nearest gas station to call 911. When first responders arrived, all three men were deceased. They appear to have been beaten and shot. According to the families, the three men have been best friends for years and were fishing Friday night on land, not in a boat. A photo from the trucks that the victims were in are the red and white trucks. The black truck belongs to Brandon's dad. And that's the end of that article.
Okay, I have the picture of the trucks I'm going to pull up. Go ahead, Carl.
They're just different articles with different information, because one said that the three guys were beaten and shot, but they were still alive when the dad got there. And then he left, went to the gas station, came back, and the other two died. And he talked to his son for a second and told him some things that they weren't going to release. And then his kid died before the EMS could get there.
Yeah,
but then
I did
there's
hear that.
other articles that are different. So it's like some don't want to release information, I'm not realizing others have, or I don't.
Well, I think the thing is, like, they want to try to keep the information that the dad got from the son private. They don't want to release what that conversation was and what Brandon told him. But let's play the press conference, and if you want to listen, you can mute your Zoom and then unmute your YouTube if you want to listen to it. Because if you mute your Zoom, then we won't have the echo. If that makes sense.
Got it.
Because this is a pretty good press conference. Like he wants to find these guys, and he gives some clues, I think, that kind of might tell us a little bit of what happened. Pull that up.
And Brandon's dad had a heart attack today. He's in the hospital.
Was it Brandon's dad or the blonde's
yes.
dad? Oh,
Brandon.
So the man that went
Spoke
out
to
to
his father.
went out to the site.
Yes.
Yeah. So he had a heart attack and he's in the hospital.
Yes.
God. Horrible.
When I called you in, it said that I'm not even using Zoom since I did it that other way. I'm on a phone call. I'm not even on Zoom.
Oh. Okay.
It was weird. There were like 6 different options with different phone numbers to use to call in. And then it called. They all call the same number, though. Yeah, so you just have to sit there and it tells you you're good, I guess. I don't know.
So I used to kind of live in this area where this happened. They're in Frostproof, Florida. And I used to live in Sebring, which isn't that far south of Frostproof. But here we go. I've got the thing pulled up right now and I'm going to play it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on this Saturday morning to tell you some very bad news. This is Lake Streety Road, and it's about as far out in the middle of the woods as you can get. It's a peaceful area. There's a beautiful lake that 3 very close friends were coming fishing on last night. And all 3 of them are dead. They're murdered. Worse than that, they're massacred. And we need the community's help identifying who killed these 3 young white men. It's a Friday night. What could be more wholesome than meeting up with 2 of your best buddies to go catfishing? And it's called night fishing in this part of the world. These 3 men all lived in Frostproof. Let me tell you who they are. Brandon Rollins, Kevin Springfield, and Damon Tillman. Now, they're victims, and according to Marcy's law, you're not supposed to release their names. However, we got permission of the family to release their names because we want the community to know who they are and to know that they were viciously murdered and to know that we need their help. Here's what occurred. They were to show up here in 2 separate vehicles. So Damon Tillman in his red pickup truck apparently arrived here first. What I give you is certainly conjecture and all subject to change. This is just what we see from the crime scene, and most of that we're going to protect. But it appears that Damon showed up first, and he was murdered. And it appears that while the suspects, and we certainly believe there's more than one, were in the process of murdering Damon, that Brandon and Kevin showed up in a white pickup truck. And they were shot up and ultimately murdered. But here's what the murderers didn't count on. That one of our victims, Brandon Rollins, was able to call his father and say, help.
Can you guys still hear me if I talk?
His father, who was home in bed asleep, heard the call from his son, knew where they were fishing, jumped up, got dressed, drove here immediately. He's about 2 minutes away in the Frostproof community.
Yes,
when he arrived, he saw this horrific scene of where all these young men had been shot up. In Brandon's father's excitement to run to and help his son, he forgot his cell phone at home. So now he's out in the middle, as you can see, of no place without any communications. So he hopped back in his vehicle and went to Sunray, which is on Highway 27, ran into the convenience store. They all know each other in this area. Said, my son needs help. 17-year-old young lady who's the daughter of the convenience store attendant at that time jumps in the vehicle with Brandon's father, and they come back to the scene. What the murderers also didn't count on is Brandon had the opportunity to talk to his dad before he died. So EMS, fire, and sheriff's office are notified, and ultimately, by the time EMS and fire arrived, that Brandon had succumbed to his injuries as well. We're holding most of the information very close to the chest, but it's important for you to know and for the community to be as outraged as we are. These folks appear to be beaten and shot. Did you hear me? Beaten and shot. We are seeking leads. We need help so that we can solve this crime sooner rather than later, because there are one or more, and we suspect more than one, murderer that killed 3 people in a little country community, a very safe, very quaint, very quiet community, murdered them while they were on their way to go catfishing last night at about 10 o'clock in the evening. So please call us. We usually wait a few days before we put out the first reward offer, but we're offering today $5,000. $5,000. You don't have to get involved in, don't have to testify in court. All you have to do is call Crime Stoppers, 1-800-226-TIPS, and say, I have some information. And if your information leads to the arrest, simply the arrest, you get $5,000 cash money. But the victims, their parents, and their families deserve for us to solve this sooner rather than later. This is a horrific scene. I've been to a lot of murder scenes in my life, and this ranks among the worst I've been to. You can ask questions. I'm probably not going to tell you any more than I have, but give it your best shot if you're curious.
Do you have the ages of the 3 victims?
I do. Brandon Rollins is 27, Damian Tillman is 23, and Kevin Springfield is 30. I'm told that they have been best buddies for years, that they do a lot of social interaction together, and they're all really good friends and have been.
When Brandon's father got out here, was he still alive at that time?
He was still alive. Brandon had the opportunity to speak with his father just before he passed away.
I'm sorry. I was going to say, did he give his father any information about who may have been responsible for this?
The information that Brandon told his father, we're not releasing at this time.
Do you believe that the people responsible are known to the victims?
Have no idea at this point in the investigation. That's total speculation as to whether or not they knew them or not. But our intuitiveness tells us you don't just stumble upon somebody out here. This is a dirt road, a clay dirt road, way out in the middle of what we call God's country, on the way to a nice little fishing lake. It's not like there's a lot of people around here. As you can see, it's cow pastures and lakes. All right? We appreciate you helping us get this information out. We're going to find who did this, and we're going to put them in jail and hold them accountable. But you can make this happen sooner rather than later. And after all, think about it. This is someone's sons, brothers, and we deserve to find these people and lock them up before they decide to kill someone else. And at this point in time, what do they have to lose? They've already killed 3. Thank you very much.
Feels good to be back.
It's good to have you back. All right.
Thanks,
So
I was lonely.
were you able to listen to that while we were watching it?
Yeah.
It stops for me like 3/4. Well, who knows when it stopped, I guess. But
Melissa, you got to see it?
He sounds like Dr. Phil.
He kind of does, but we've watched him a lot. He's done a lot of pedophile busts and things like that, and he actually will get on the press conference and show their pictures, give their address, say where they worked. He's like hardcore.
See, what I want to know is, why did he go to a gas station when there was 3 guys there with phones?
Thank you, Michelle.
yeah, right.
I would have to say that he was in a panic, right? He got this call from his son saying, I need help. He knew where the boys were fishing. So he goes to where they're fishing. His boy is still alive. He talks to him a little bit, realizes he forgot his phone, and drives to the gas station. Now, he goes to the gas station. I don't know if you caught this or not, but he gets a 17-year-old girl, the daughter of the owner of the gas station. And she goes back to the scene with him to help. I could have sworn I heard that in the press conference, that when he got to the service station, it was the owner's daughter, a 17-year-old, who drove
back. If I was
back.
panicking, I would not get in my car and drive.
Yeah, you don't know what
I don't know what.
There.
Yeah,
I promise you,
that's
it's strange.
I mean, especially when he says, you know, this is one of the worst crime scenes he's ever seen. He's seen some pretty bad crime scenes, but this is one of the worst. So I can imagine the horror that, you know, this dad saw. Now I do see comments in chat flying by saying something about, could it have been the dad?
I mean, it could have been, but that's crazy. Like, a 17-year-old girl would be like, oh, 3 people just got murdered? Yeah, let me get in the car.
Let me get in the car with you and go back. Well, I think that he went there and he said, my son needs help. And they called 911. But why she got in the car and went to the scene with him, I don't know.
Leaving the gas station, she lock up the gas station?
She worked there.
Someone said
her parents
Someone in chat
owned
said,
it.
I was raised in Frostproof. Everyone knows each other.
Yeah, it's a small town. It's a really small town. And it's like in the country. It's in the country.
So these kids aren't getting away.
What?
The kids aren't getting away.
You know what?
Wait a minute.
Lisa has a really good point. If your son called and said help, why would you not call 911 on your way to the scene? I think there was some shady shit going on.
Because he forgot his phone at home.
But wouldn't you be like,
Yeah,
okay,
I know, but
hang up, call 911, say where they are, and then head that way?
Well, yeah, you would
on
think.
The phone. Why wouldn't you stay on the phone with him while you're driving there?
Like you said, though, if he was panicking, he did whatever was on his mind first.
But the thing is, he had it in his hand. He talked to his son. Why did he set it down? I mean, I'm not blaming the guy. I'm just saying, how come he didn't hang up with the dad and call 911 and say, hey, this is where they're at. They're hurt. They need help or something. Then drive there. Because we don't know what the son told him. Maybe the son said, don't call the cops. I don't know.
That's even if he said anything to his dad.
Well, the sheriff said he did. But they're not really.
The sheriff was there when he said.
Well, no, but that's coming from the father.
I know. That's what I'm saying, though. We don't know if the son said anything.
Right. I gotcha. Oh, the dad is the only one that has that account. But now, is this the same father that had?
Yes.
Because I don't think it is.
I think his name is. Brandon's dad.
I don't think it's Brandon's dad. I think it's the blonde's dad. Right?
No, it's Brandon's dad. There was a post. His name is Cyril, Cyril.
Cyril? What? What's the last name?
I'll tell you in a second.
Carl, what are your thoughts?
I just think it's weird that your son's hurt, so you hang up the phone and leave the phone. Like there's put the phone in your pocket, you know, three-way call, 911. If my sons could barely talk, I don't know if I'd want to hang up and lose those last words.
Yeah, it is
not
his
knowing
dad.
It's the last time you're going to talk to him. His dad must have been single.
Yeah, right. Where's
like
his mom?
He would have grabbed someone in the house.
Yeah, it was only 10 o'clock at night, so it wasn't super late.
Yeah, he could have used his phone to call a neighbor on the way or something. I don't know.
Okay, so I want to explain to everybody where. First of all, I'm gonna pull up Google Earth. I'm gonna pull what do we call it, Melissa?
Lance.
A J Hughes.
J Hughes.
That's what Michelle calls it. But I'm gonna pull up Google Earth and look at the area where he was at on Lake Street Road. But Damian Tillman is the blonde on the far right on the screen. Kevin Springfield is in the middle. And Brandon Rollins is on the left. And it's Lake Streety Road. I thought it was I thought that was like a typo. I thought it was Lake Street Road, but it's Lake Streety Road. So Tillman arrived first, the blonde. Damian Tillman arrived first and was killed. And then the other two arrived and were shot up, as Judd said. And they were beaten and shot. Massacred, he said. Massacred. So in order to massacre someone, you have to be pretty angry, I would think. Right? Like there's some kind of anger behind that. They were beaten.
It made it sound like he was like brutally beaten, and then once he got information from him, shot him.
Well, didn't he say they were massacred?
He did. He said they were.
So either, I mean, if you murder someone like that, it's either a crime of passion or
there's some kind of anger. Yeah.
Yes.
Especially a stabbing. Like stabbings are pretty brutal. There's like emotion behind it.
Could have been drugs.
Could have been.
Very well could have been drugs. Is that like a big drug area?
Well, it's, meth is really bad in Florida overall. And in these small towns, it is really bad. You know how it is in small towns. It seems to be rampant because there's nothing else to do. And a lot of people end up on drugs. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. And Amy, thank you for becoming a member. So it's like, drink
the juice.
He said, Carl, I don't know if you heard that because you didn't get to hear it, but he said that, shit, I lost my train of thought because I'm reading chat. See, that's what happens.
I just read it's Brandon's dad.
Okay. So it is Brandon's dad, the one that was on scene. He had a heart attack today. Now, did you find his Facebook, his dad?
No.
This person made it seem like he had a heart attack at the gas station. Went 2 miles away to the gas station to get help, then had a heart attack.
It was 2 miles away?
I don't know. Yeah, the gas station was 2 miles away.
I did find Brandon's sister, and I messaged her.
If it was like a cartel thing, it very well could have been brutal, and that's kind of maybe why they said the 3 white teenagers, whatever it was, that announced people are pissed off about.
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on. Did you guys hear that?
No.
Oh, okay, it worked. I had to sneeze. What is Brandon's dad's name?
I don't think the dad has a profile because I looked on Brandon's and you could see his friends and he doesn't come up at all.
What would be the reason for them being beaten? I mean, beaten.
Honestly,
if you're going to shoot someone and kill them, why beat them? I mean, that takes
Anger.
Yeah. April says to murder 3 people and sheriff's office is putting out a reward. Brandon didn't know who his killer was, and it has to be robbery and drugs.
That just seems crazy. Just the way that you brutally beat up. It sounds like the first person was tortured to get information from, and they saw the other car coming, so they just killed him. Knew that they had to have known who the other 2 people were, and then just did the same thing to them.
I wonder what these guys pulled up on. So the blonde guy, I'm getting their names all confused.
Brandon is the one with the hat. Kevin is the one in the middle. And Damien is the one on the far right.
All right. So Damien was attacked first. Correct?
Someone thinks that we're attacking the dad. We're not attacking the dad. We're just thinking of other ways it could have happened, other ways.
Yeah, I mean, you
basically.
you always talk about the last person that saw someone.
Prepper said in chat, I say 40% the dad did it and 34.8% Carl did it.
Prepper.
Oh, shit.
Prepper.
I think Prepper 101's Donna.
No,
he's not. Prepper 101 is the best troll. He's like our happy troll. He's a good troll. All right, Lake Streety Road in Frostproof. All right, I'm fixing to pull it up here on Google Earth. Oh, I feel so special. You guys got to see this.
Yeah, they drove separately.
You got to see this. I'm actually Google Earthing right now. All right, there's Lake Streety Road. Can you guys see it? There's the lake, and it's called. Is it called Lake Streety? I'll feel really stupid if it is.
It's Lake Streety. Streety.
That's the name of the lake, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. If it's called Lake Streety, I'm going to feel stupid.
All right, Lance, take it easy.
Oh my gosh. All right. So let's zoom out a little bit.
J. Gray Hughes.
J. Gray Cubes.
J. Hughes. All right. So Lake Streety Road. See, I don't know where in the hell they were on this road.
I'm going to have to send you a visor and a red hoodie.
Okay, cool. No, it's a red crew neck. Thanks. I'm wondering if they were on the road here. Like, there's nothing around. There's nothing around here. It's strictly freaking farmland for miles. Wow. That's really out in the middle of nowhere, you guys. Is everybody impressed with my skills in chat? You guys are so quiet tonight. What's up? Wake up.
Who are you talking to?
You and Carl.
Oh, I'm just reading chat. Sorry.
There's just kind of a delay when we're talking.
Oh, there is? Okay, so
Seems like by the time I start talking, someone else is already like, sounds like they're like
that always happens.
Halfway through a sentence.
Oh, I'm sorry. But you guys, there's a lot of lakes in this area. So like, there's a lot of places that people go fishing. See all these lakes? So like, I mean, is it possible too, though, that maybe somebody else went out there fishing? I mean, there's other lakes in the area, but that's really the only one like on that side of Frostproof.
What time did it say they went fishing? Like, when did
10 o'clock. Wait, did they go fishing at 10 or were they found at 10?
I think they were just getting out there. So that was when he got the call, was around 10 p.m. that they needed
Like, were
help.
they sleeping there and waking up and fishing at 5 a.m.? Or were they...
No, he said night fishing. They were fishing for catfish at night. I guess that's what they do down here.
Go fishing in the dark.
Yeah.
They catch him at night. But it didn't, I mean, he didn't make it sound like that was out of the ordinary. Okay, we are on Lake Streety Road right here. Look. This road runs right alongside that lake, too. Like, right alongside it. But I feel like this is the area where this press conference was.
You should probably pin that location and give it a name.
Oh.
Jay Hughes, if you need any tips.
Oh, pin it?
Yeah, pin it. And then you gotta name it.
Oh. I don't know how to pin. I'm not Jay Hughes after all. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Oh, here. I'm pinning. Hold on. Let's zoom out again. And then we'll add our pin. Didn't work. Well, I never said I was Gray Hughes. I said I was Jay Hughes. Oh, here we go. So this is Lake Streety Road. Possible location of bodies. Save.
You should play that statement from Brandon's girlfriend.
Is that on Facebook?
I sent it to you in text.
So anyways, yeah, I just wanted to see how desolate it is out here. And I kind of get what he's saying now. Like, you're not just going to bump into someone out there. This looks like a freaking, like a junkyard right here. Oh no, that's houses. Anyway, okay, let me pull up the... She made a video?
I just sent it again.
She made a video?
No, I think it was... I sent it again. I think it was... I got it off Twitter.
Okay. Jessica Solis.
Well, that's his sister. She posted it. It's Brandon's sister, Jessica.
So Jessica's dad is in the hospital.
Yes, Jessica is Brandon's. Wait, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine like your brother brutally beaten and killed, and then your dad's in the hospital. Now,
I can't see the map of where it's at. Can you like kind of explain? Is it like at the north end of Florida, or like south end? Like where are possibilities they would escape and take off to?
Oh, okay. So it's in Central Florida, and it's not very far south of Orlando. So probably a half an hour or so, like southwest of Orlando. So
let's say that they were just going after the first guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't know that the other two people were going to be there. Mm-hmm. Maybe they followed him there or something, or knew he was going there, so they waited for him. Maybe they thought they'd have enough be able to do their business there, and if they had to kill him, they could have disposed of the body somewhere, and then no one would ever find it. Like, these two guys could have interrupted it, slowed everything down, but the killers, there couldn't just be just one. If the other two stumbled on and looked like they'd been beaten and shot,
Oh Lord.
I
Okay.
think it's more than one person too. There's no way that one guy killed those 3 guys himself.
No, there's more than one. This video I'm about to play.
I think that he knew him.
This video I'm about to play. This is Brandon's sister. Is that his father and mother?
What's Brandon's girlfriend?
I know, but who are the adults?
Tell me what to do with my mic. I'm not on a mic, man.
I know. People need to relax. He's on
the fucking mountains. My phone's sitting in my lap.
You're fine. You sound fine.
Honestly, it's probably her parents, maybe.
Well, I don't know, but he's going to trade his wife for a tractor. See that?
I know. I see that.
Me?
No,
no, the guy's shirt in the video.
I wouldn't trade you for a tractor.
Oh. Okay, so it's on Twitter, Melissa.
I just said it was on Twitter, didn't I?
I just said it was on Twitter.
Oh my God, I can't.
This is fun with you guys tonight. You guys are great. All right, here we go. When it starts.
Someone said that Carl needs to smoke one.
About that.
Okay, here we go. I'm playing the video. Hold on. This is Brandon's girlfriend. And I don't know why there's no sound.
He shook my hand this morning. I can tell you, I trust him.
What did the sheriff tell you?
That he will not stop until justice is served for them 3 boys. My boyfriend and his 2 best friends. I moved here from Jacksonville, Florida for him 2 years ago. And this is not how it was supposed to be. And I want justice for him. And I will not stop until he gets it. He shook my hand this morning. I can tell you, I trust him.
What did the sheriff tell you?
Okay, so what do you think she meant by, because it's just like a partial video. What do you mean? What do you think she meant by when he shook my hand this morning, I trust him? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
I can see what's going on. I don't know what.
Carl, you're so lost right now. Okay, so it was a video of Brandon's girlfriend, and she was just, saying that the sheriff told her that he won't stop until he gets justice for these 3 boys.
And the sheriff shook her hand and she trusts the sheriff?
Is that who she was talking about, the sheriff?
I'm assuming.
I don't know. I heard the shaking the hands comment. I'm wondering if that's who she was talking about.
All right. All right.
Thanks,
guys. Thanks for calling in, Andrea. And thanks,
No
Melissa.
problem.
And thank you, Carl.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Carl,
Thanks
go meditate.
Getting that resolved.
Yeah.
I don't need to meditate. I'm good.
I know. Well, I hope that makes you feel better. I hope that things calm down. All right.
Me too.
All right. I got to go get my 3 hours of sleep.
Okay, go.
All right. Bye, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.